and welcome to Mann's Model Moments. I'm often approached both in my shop and online by people who have never modelled before, or used to and want to get back into it. They ask similar questions and I always answer them in generally the same way, though tailored to try to give advice that fits the individual and where they are in their journey. I thought that it might be a good thing to commit to video as well, especially in advance of the Mann's Model Method series. So with that, what I'm going to do here is go through the 10 rules I think are key to starting or restarting this hobby of ours, and there are useful techniques and approaches for anyone, however long they have been modelling, as it's easy for us to become blinkered and lose sight of where we came from and why we got into the hobby. I'm going to approach these in what I think is a logical order, and from what I consider the most basic of rules to the single most important rule of them all. Let's have a look at what I've come up with. Whether you're starting your first model ever or getting back into the hobby after a long break, how to start is really important. We've all done things in the past, whether starting a new hobby, learning a new language, going on a diet, or any other sort of new activity, especially at the beginning of the year, that we have had a first bad experience with and so are put off and never try again. In terms of modelling, you can stack the cards in your favour by starting off with something that you really love. It doesn't matter what that is, whether it's Star Wars, military vehicles, aircraft, cars or ships, choose something that you really like. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you need to practice on something you don't care about first so you can do better with your favoured subject later on, because you may never get there if your first experience is a joyless grind. So if you love Star Wars and always wanted a TIE fighter, do that. This is your hobby, your time, and your enjoyment. So you know what sort of thing you're going to tackle. The next thing is to set an objective. What are you wanting to get out of this hobby? Is it to spend a few hours next to your partner whilst they're watching something on TV you don't really watch yourself? Is it to learn new skills? Is it to create your dream collection of World War II tanks? Having some idea of what your objectives are for your modelling will help you focus your attention in a hobby where it's easy to get distracted and wonder what you're doing. Your objectives don't have to be written in stone or even well defined, just as long as you have a rough idea of what you want to get out of the hobby. It may well, in fact is likely to, change as you progress, but that's fine. Again, this is your journey, your hobby, your time. In setting those objectives, remember to be realistic. Unless you are a modelling prodigy, your first model is not going to be perfect. That's okay. In fact, doing something you love at the beginning is a great benchmark for you to be able to return as you develop to see how your skills are progressing. Setting a low bar to start with, however, is important in making sure you don't feel disheartened about your first efforts. I think it's important in your first build to feel a sense of achievement and pride with what you've done. So don't expect to build a massive, complex model to competition standard with no experience. That's just setting yourself up for a fall. Set a goal something like, I want to finish this model. Don't pressure yourself with extreme deadlines or unrealistic standards at this stage. So with an idea of what you want to build and a reasonable and grounded idea of what you want to achieve from your first project, you need to do some homework. Now I'm not saying here that you need to go and do extensive research on kits or the history of your subject, but just a general look at what might fit your goals. Social media, model shops and clubs can all offer good advice, and that homework might be as simple as asking at your local friendly shop, hey, I want to start modelling and I really like the Spitfire but don't know where to start. What would you recommend? Same goes for social media and clubs, but don't feel you need to spend forever doing this. You just need to know what a good starting kit is for your objectives and what else you're going to need to achieve that. Now during this time, don't be swayed from your initial objective and choice. If your desire is to make a bright yellow submarine, don't let other people talk you out of it with comments about, well, the correct colour for that submarine is blue-black, or whatever. Even if your model might seem weird or outlandish to others, it's not their model, not their hobby time, and not their enjoyment. This is for you, and you shouldn't be swayed from that. That isn't saying you can't take advice on the right colours for an historically accurate Model T Ford, for example, but that if you have an idea that you love, don't let others take that away from you. Now you have an idea of what kit and other items you need for your project. You need to get all of those things. It might be as simple as buying an Airfix Spitfire starter set in the prior example, but say you want to do this as a way to spend time together with your partner whilst you both potter on with your own hobbies, you might also need a lap tray of some sort rather than using the dining room table. It doesn't take much foresight to plan ahead a little bit so you don't hit a wall of stone at some point which then stops you from achieving your project goals. On the flip side, you don't need to buy every possible paint and tool under the sun to be able to start your first model, especially remembering that your goal should be realistic and not too ambitious for this first project. So you have your starter set, some snippers, a tray and some precision poly, and you sit down on the sofa with everything on your tray as you enjoy a relaxed evening with your partner. You might be eager to get stuck in, but take your time. There's no rush, and models are usually not helped by the addition of haste. Read the instructions, make sure you understand the steps, identify the parts you need and where they're going to go. Modelling can be a very relaxing hobby, and there's no need to put yourself under any time pressures. Remember that this is your entryway into the hobby, or your first steps after a break. You don't have 5 days before a competition entry date or some other self-imposed deadline. If you want to go down that route in future, then there will be plenty of time for that. Now I think this is an important one for any modeller, regardless of experience, and that is to focus on achievements within your project. Don't look at how far you have to go, look at what you've done. As part of taking your time, say to yourself, my goal for tonight is to finish this one step, knowing that it will probably only take you 10 minutes at most. You do that, and so you've achieved your goal. A little bit of dopamine for your success, and you can now add another goal. Okay, I'll prep all the parts for the next step. Do that, and you've another win, and you can add more. This sort of mindset makes modelling rewarding, rather than setting one giant task at the start of the night. I want to get steps 1 to 10 done, and then if something goes wrong and you only get step 8, you feel like you've failed. Taking it in small steps, you might only get to the same place, but you can look at it and say, well, I only set out to do 1 step and I did 8. That's amazing. It just goes into that positive feedback mindset. You will make mistakes. Too much glue, incorrectly placed parts, open seams, too much paint, too little paint. The chances to get something wrong in modelling are numerous. But so what? Don't sweat it. If you make a mistake, recognise it and move on. Learn from it so you can avoid it next time, but don't worry too much about it. If it bugs you and you can easily correct it, feel free to do that, but if it doesn't or it's difficult, then just accept it. It's not the end of the world. This is your first model, and next time you'll do better. This is a journey, and much like chess, it's easy to pick up the basics, but you're always going to be learning. This is the most important rule. As I've said many times before in this video, this is your hobby, your time, your enjoyment. Have fun with it. You might strive to better execution of your painting, more finesse in your construction, learn about weathering or pre-shading or post-shading or a multitude of other techniques. But these should be part of your journey, and learning them should add to your enjoyment of the hobby. You might choose to do none of those things and just make kits and not even paint them. That's fine. If you enjoy it, then you've already won. Life is short, time is limited, and we should enjoy those things we choose to fill our hobby time with. So there you have it, my rules for starting in modelling. Of course, they're not rules at all, they're guidelines, but I think you'll already know from watching my channel and live streams that I'm not really an absolutist. They're also not just useful for those picking up a kit for the first time, or even after an extended break. I think, like a lot of other things in life, it's easy to become so involved and embroiled in something that sometimes we forget why we started and why we're actually doing it. Rivet counters and critics take note here. No one gains pleasure from unsolicited negative feedback, and being technically correct doesn't make you popular, it just makes you seem like an ass. There's nothing wrong with sharing experience and knowledge if asked to do so, but there's a huge difference in being asked about something and appearing to be a knowledgeable expert and butting in uninvited to throw shade on someone's work. So next time you're going to open your mouth, ask yourself if what you're doing is adding fun to anyone's day, including your own. If you have to take away only one piece of information from this video, then I would always settle on that last and most important rule. There are many things in the world that we are forced to do or are unpleasant, and many of us have little free time to choose what we do with, so having a hobby that you're getting enjoyment from is the most important thing. Anyway, what do you think? Do you agree with these 10 rules, or is there something more important that I missed, or you think is worth mentioning? As always, please do let me know in the comments below. That's all for this instalment of Mann's Model Moments. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel for more like it, and share this video with others you think would also enjoy it. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and if you're feeling generous, then I also have a Patreon, which is absolutely the best way of helping me to grow the channel and produce more content like this. With that, I hope you have plenty of modelling moments of your own, and I look forward to welcoming you on the next video.